Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Pundits podcast. This is the Liverpool post-match review show, and Liverpool have won again. We have gone to the Tottenham Stadium, and to be quite honest, we have destroyed Spurs, beating them 6-3, and literally from the first 3-4 minutes, they looked like there was only one winner in the game, and it was going to be us. So, before we get any further, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe and share as well, and continue to leave your comments, because I really appreciate the comments and I really appreciate you guys watching. So, thank you very much. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still not 100% yet, but hopefully it will come. I'll be back soon. So, Liverpool win 6-3, and we've got two goals scorers that are on 2 goals with Díaz, and we've got Salah scoring 2 goals as well. But overall, I don't think there was a poor performance in the squad today. Bit sloppy, if I can be honest. I will have to say that at 5-1, I said the game was done, and unfortunately, the players' minds said the game was done, and possibly their legs as well, because they went to sleep, allowed Tottenham to have a little bit of hope. Not much, but a little bit of hope. And they scored 2 goals, which, in honesty, we should not be allowing. So in that regard, I was a bit annoyed with that, because at 5-1, it looked like it was just going to be easy street here on in. And you could also, obviously, you can say that you've won the game 6-3 is easy street. But yeah, would have, I think 6-3 flattered Spurs. That's the best way to put it. It flattered Spurs. We could have scored 7 or 8, 9 goals today. There were that many goals left behind. Look at the stats in the first half. They had 49% possession. We had 51% possession. Expected goals, theirs was 0.30. Ours was 1.91. 5 shots they've had, 2 on target. We've had 13 shots, 5 on target. 4 big chances in the first half, and we missed one of them. So obviously the 3 goals we scored were good chances that we scored. Accurate passes, strangely enough, was similar. Theirs is 202, 83%. Ours is 211, 86%. And we just bossed the game. It was some of the best football I've seen us play this season in the Premier League, on par with probably the Man United game. And it's away again. It can't be understated that Spurs have not lost a game by more than 1 all season. They haven't. And we've just destroyed them today. So, yes, I'm not naive enough to sit there and forget that they literally played the exact same team on Thursday, and they've got 10 injuries. So there are mitigating factors, but right now that doesn't really matter. All that matters is us getting 3 points so we can win this league. And we did that today. Did it in a good way, and we didn't get any injuries. So really happy with that. Yeah, no injuries is always a positive. And obviously with Boxing Day coming around so soon, we've got a chance to rest a few players. It was a bit annoying that it seemed like as soon as McAllister went off, our form dipped, midfield got a bit sloppy, and we allowed them back into the game a little bit. But it happens. It happens at times, and we saw through it. Really happy with what we've done. Going into the second half now. Second half, we succeeded a bit of possession. They had 54%, we had 46%. But expected goals was even higher. We came into the second half on fire, literally on fire. So Bosley, after he scored before the half time, you're thinking, okay, cool, we're going. When they come out, they hopefully come out firing. And Salah scores after 54 minutes. He scores after 61 minutes. Just good football. Really good football from the guys. Good patterns of play. The pressing was fantastic. So Bosley, his best game of the season. He's been getting better and better over... He wasn't even man of the match. He's been getting better over the last few weeks. And it's almost like he's seen Harvey Elliott coming back and he's like, okay, cool. I know this kid, his preferred position is the same as mine. And if I don't pick up my game, then I might lose that position in some games to him and to Jones as well. So he stepped up his game. Really happy with that. And look at our expected goals, 2.69 in the second half, which is fantastic. 7 shots, 5 11 shots, 7 shots on target, 5 big chances, but we missed 3 big chances. I said in one of my WhatsApp groups today before the game started, please Liverpool just be clinical. And the joke is we weren't. We weren't clinical, and we still managed to score 6 goals away from home. Just let me say that again: 6 goals away from home against a team that has not lost by more than 1 goal this season. Really, really good performance. At 5-1, I was sitting there thinking, you know what? The defenders, no one's getting a poor score at all. It probably won't still. I might give them a bit of blind, but they were all on really high levels, and it just got a bit sloppy second half, and we paid for it in terms of I wanted us to keep having the best defense in the league, which I think we still do, but it's now level with Arsenal, I believe. But we also climbed back up to be the top goal scorer in the league as well. So all in all, it's a really good day. Tottenham have been beaten. Chelsea have drawn, and we're sitting there thinking before the game, before the day started, we could be second in the league before this game starts. But no. Everton did us a favour and held out for another 0-0 and helped us stretch our lead back up to 4. So, I said, really positive performance, a lot of good performers on the day, and as I always do, I'll go into my player ratings, and we will start with the goalkeeper, Alisson. You know what, it's a tough one for Alisson because he's conceded 3 goals. He hasn't made any mistakes. Didn't really have a chance with any of the goals. But it's just annoying because I can't really give him a higher score because he doesn't have to do something to make him worthy of it. So he gets a 6.5. I move on to Robertson. A much better performance from him today. Much better performance. Like I said previously, Robertson cannot play weekend, midweek. He can't do it. And I'm so happy that Tsimikas is back because it means that we can potentially, if they both stay fit, we can see the best of Robertson and the best of Tsimikas. And that just bodes well. I've given him a 7 for a decent game all round. Didn't really make any mistakes. Accurate passes, 40%, but that's how he is in general. Accurate long balls, 57%. Tackles won, 100% of his tackles won. 1 headed clearance, 2 interceptions, 5 defensive actions, wasn't dribble past. Duels won 2 of the 3 ground duels. So all round, good performance, 7 for him. Van Dijk, I thought was imperious today. Had a little issue when the ball went over his head. In fact, he was going to get a higher score, but I might be nitpicking here. So he's going to get a 7. But I thought for the first goal, where it was McAllister's fault for losing the ball, I feel like he moves his body the wrong way. So as the shot's coming towards him, he does this, and the ball goes past him that way. Where I feel if you stand up square, keep your hands in, the ball probably hits you and you don't concede the goal. It might be a case where that's what Alisson asked him to do. Don't obscure my view when they're taking shots, but it just didn't look right to me. Then they scored a second goal, and it's like, oh, come on, he lets Solanke get in a bit too easy. It's partly Jones' fault. If Jones stays with Kulusevski, then it's a better chance. I think that's the second goal anyway. If Jones stays with Kulusevski, then there's no goal there. But Van Dijk was, I don't know, it was a bit hesitant there. And then on the third goal, it's not his fault. He gets caught underneath it, and Solanke puts in a good finish. But I can't understate how good he actually was in the game. So it's hard for me to give him a bad score. Accurate passes, 54 out of 62, 87%. Tackles, 4 out of 7, 57%, which is good. 1 block, 1 clearance, 1 header clearance, 2 interceptions. Defensive actions, 11. Ground duels, 7 out of 7. Aerial duels, 100% as well, 2 out of 2. So it's hard to give me a bad score. So he's getting a 7 for me. Some may disagree. I actually thought Gomez was better than Van Dijk. So I've given him, I thought it was just really good today. Looking better and better as it goes along. His passing accuracy was 92%, 57 out of 62. Accurate balls, 6 out of 8, 75%. Tackles 100% as well for him. Clearances 7, headed clearances 3, defensive actions 10, interceptions 1, recoveries 8, duels 2 out of 3, aerial duels 1 out of 2. But I just thought he was really good, and he's looking better and better the more he's playing. I do always say, listen, I want Konate back because Konate adds a level of fear, but Joe Gomez has been playing well. He had a shaky appearance against Newcastle, but in general, he's played really well for us, and he's a credit to himself. So he's getting a 7.5 for me. Trent, good game today. Very good game. Fantastic assist for the first one. That cross just said, head me into the back of it all over it. Really, really happy with that. One shot, 100% accuracy. His crosses never going to be great, but tackles, 1 out of 3. Okay, let's say crossing percentage and accurate balls never going to be great. Accurate crosses is 50%, and accurate long balls is 58%, because he tries them a lot, and obviously they're hard to get right all the time. So his percentage is never great on that. Ground duels, 50%, 3 out of 6. So I've given him a 7.5 as well, because obviously the assist goes on top of it. Really happy with his performance. I go over to McAllister. Really dominant in midfield today. I've given him a 7.5. 88% accurate passes. I look at his shooting accuracy, 1 out of 1 scores a goal. 56 touches, accurate long balls, 100%. Tackles, he was busy. He's never one that wins all his tackles, but he always competes. 25%, 1 out of 4. Ground duels 1, 50%, 4 out of 8. But he was busy. And it was telling that when he went off, we lost control of midfield. So he added a control in there. So he's getting 7.5. Really happy he's back, and really happy he's found his form, because he did have a dip in his injury. And then when he went to Argentina and played for them when he shouldn't have, in my opinion. But yeah, really happy with his performance. Gravenberch, 7. Wasn't the best, but I think what he did was allow the other two just to play a bit more. 91% pass accuracy, 43 out of 47. Tackles, 2 out of 3, did well there. Interceptions, 2. Defensive actions, 7. Recoveries, 4. Duels, 1. 7. He contested a lot. It was tough for him because he had Sarr really combative and Basuma really combative. So it was hard for him to be in there. So he only gets 58% ground duels, 1. 7 out of 12. But I just thought it was a good performance from him. Really good from him again. But 7. Can't get better than 7 today. So Bosley. Thought he was really good today. I've given him an 8.5. Just a joy to behold today. His work rate, he gets a goal. Said he needs more goals, gets an assist. There's one chance where he goes around the goalkeeper and with a bit more composure, he probably cuts it back, or he checks back in and gets a better shot rather than swinging it with his left. But I thought he was everywhere on the pitch, winning headers. He was just really good today. 86% accurate passes. Shot accuracy, 2 out of 4. He's shooting again, which is what I love to see. Tackles 100%, tackles 1. Duels, he won 3 out of 5 ground duels. 100% of his aerial duels. And that was even helped him score. He wins a header, goes to Salah, runs through, and then gets a goal and slides it past the goalkeeper. So he's getting an 8 for me. Really happy with his performance. Cody Gakpo is probably the quietest of all the attackers. No goal, no assist, but he was still on job. I've given him a 7. Only played 68 minutes, but it was a good 68 minutes. Looking at him now, tackles 1 out of 2, but there was one of those games where everyone put their work in. Ground duels for him, which a lot of forwards have to do. He didn't win a lot. He only won 2 out of the 7 he contested. But when I look at the work rate he put in to closing down and stuff like that as well, really, really pleased with him. So he's just sitting on a 7. Salah gets a 9 today. I wasn't sure between him and Diaz who gets the higher mark. And I think because he got 2 assists, Salah ends up getting a 9. Am I getting 9? He gets a 9. Really happy with his performance. 2 goals, 2 assists. fantastic performance from him today. Just please, guys, get his contract done because he is playing at an elite level once again. Probably the most informed player in the world, and really happy we've got him. We move on to Diaz, who gets an 8.5. I thought about giving him a 9, but it's an 8.5. He gets 2 goals. Was tireless with his work rate today, as always. Accurate passes, 29 out of 33. The shot accuracy was 5 out of 7. Doing well there. Dribbles, 100% of his dribbles. Strange one, because he was playing centre forward today, so he didn't get involved in tackles and stuff like that. But in duels, didn't really win many, but he was a disruptor. That's what I'd say. He was a disruptor, which allowed other people to win. So happy with him today. Hadn't scored since September, which was a shock to me. Premier League wise, he's scored in other competitions, which when made the goals for the league go under the radar. But really happy to see him come back into form. And every time he's played up front, he's done well. So happy with that. I'll move on to the subs. You've got Jones that comes on. I don't think he had much of an impact. I've given him a 6.5. Didn't have much of an impact. I thought our midfield looked worse when he came on, if I'm completely honest. So a 6.5 for him. Jota 2. Didn't really provide much. I think he probably got a hockey assist where he got a pass for an assist. Assisted assist. He gets 6.5 as well. He came on in 68 minutes with Jones, but our level seemed to drop when those two came on. So it's a shame, but it is what it is. But just happy to have Jota back and to go through a game unscathed because we're going to need him. And we didn't need him today, so don't waste your goals in a game that we don't need you in. Elliot comes on 87 minutes to see out the game. Doesn't really have much of an impact. So 6.5. Same with Nunez. Doesn't really have much of an impact. 6.5 for him as well. But yeah. Really happy with today. 4 points clear. Top of Christmas, which means nothing because we've lost the league, I think, twice. We've been top of Christmas. So it's nothing new to be top of Christmas. But just happy to be in the lead. Happy that we've played well today. And look forward to Leicester because it's at home. And I think we should get 3 points there. So yeah. So guys, don't forget to like this episode. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Go on. And last of all, make sure you go on X and you can see my clips there. Our handle is at Armchair Pundits. Go on Instagram as well. Our handle there is at Armchair Pundits Podcast. And finally, you can find shorts too, just like on Instagram, on TikTok. And our handle is at armchair.pundits. So yeah, top of the league at Christmas. Will Liverpool win this league? I think we might just. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.